It happened. Monday night, Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested by the Bahamian police. And a lot of people already know this already. This news is everywhere. Fox News has already caught it. But what they're not talking about, and what you've gotten by the title of this video, is the timing of his arrest is awfully suspicious. If you want to know what we're talking about, please stay tuned. That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. If you guys enjoy these updates, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, because we're putting out videos every day. In fact, we're going to do 2 videos today. We're also going to be talking about some news that's coming out about Genesis and Digital Currency Group and all of the other companies that Digital Currency Group owns. It's concerning. I'll just say that. So if you guys want to know even more what we're doing with our cryptocurrencies and why, we made a move today as well off of one particular exchange. We were sure to get all of our funds off, and we also exited our position in one particular stable coin. If you want to know what that is, check out the CT Club. A link for that is down below in the video description. So Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested. Thank goodness. But I'm going to give you a brief timeline of what Sam was doing the moments before he was arrested. Last night, he was on Twitter Spaces, a live audio platform on Twitter that he was participating in. As usual, he was being very flippant, very distracted because he was playing video games as people were asking him very serious questions. He obviously has had a huge impact on millions of people's lives in regards to their funds. He could care less. He admitted he was playing a video game. And when someone was questioned about that, he basically said, hey, you got a question for me? Like, he could care less. Also, he kept saying, I have to go. In 2 minutes, I have to go. I have to step out. Probably because he had to participate in his secret chat group with Caroline Ellison, the other FTX founder and also an FTX engineer, that they called wire fraud. These guys were in this chat group basically discussing how they were going to be filtering money out of FTX and into other offshore bank accounts. And that probably is why Sam Bankman-Fried is being charged with securities fraud, conspiracy, also wire fraud conspiracy, and money laundering. Wire fraud and money laundering are huge charges for him. It could give him a life sentence. I'm very happy that he's been arrested, but I am very skeptical that he will be passed down a life sentence. I think that would be great. If ever if ever they're trying to make an example over how the U.S. feels about crypto, Sam would be the guy to make an example out of. So we'll see how that goes. But the timing of his arrest on Monday, December the 12th, the night before, he was supposed to be testifying at the committee on the 13th in front of Congress. He gets arrested. That to me is suspicious, and it should be suspicious because nothing is by accident. Maybe, here's a conspiracy for you. You ready? Maybe they arrested him before this testimony because he could have possibly incriminated Gary Gensler and the SEC, and they want to kick that can down the road. So they made sure to get him arrested, and now it's going to be a long court process, a lot of red tape, a lot of judicial process going to happen with, he's going to be testifying. He's going to be giving his testimony to the police, and then all the investigation is going to have to happen. They're going to be trying to accumulate as much evidence against to prove these charges as much as possible. That could take years. Something tells me that connection between Sam Bankman-Fried and Gary Gensler. Again, Gary Gensler was Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend's father's teacher. So there's the connection there. Although the SEC is also charging him with securities fraud of conspiracy, but something tells me that there was just something that they didn't want to be made public just yet, that they couldn't control or have, in a court case, you have your prosecution and you have the defense. So for them to be able to show both sides, basically, rather than this. But Kevin O'Leary is a witness that will be testifying today in front of Congress. So for those of you who care to hear what he has to say, you can pay attention to that. Otherwise, it's probably just going to be a bunch of hot air. Anyway, so good news, but we'll see how this goes, what kind of a sentence he gets passed down. Later on today, we will be going over Genesis, Grayscale, Digital Currency Group, and all of the companies that you should be aware of that are owned either entirely or partially by Digital Currency Group, and how they're going to deal with that. In the meantime, we're in the mountains. Beautiful spot in France. If you guys can guess, let us know in the comments. This one, we're warm in our little cottage here, but the next video will be outside and give you guys a little bit better view. So anyway, stay tuned, hit like and subscribe. I'll see you then.